Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of a challenge. So as I mentioned yesterday when I was doing my unboxing video, I am super into Cult of the Lamb. That is like my game. I love that game. If you've never played it, I don't know if you've ever played Moonlighter or maybe even Stardew Valley. It's basically like kind of a farming game, but basically you go and on these little hunts and you're basically trying to gain cultists or followers for your cult, and they run all your stuff like planting your seeds and picking your crops and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, long story short, it's my favorite game, and I recently made this poncho. What do we think of her? I made it to wear to a Angel Maker concert. It was Whitechapel and Angel Maker, and I wanted to look like a biblical angel type scenario. So I got a lot of compliments on it, and I like it a lot. ShalfeyStitches on Instagram gave the eyeball pattern. It's weird, it's wild, and I love it. And I think a couple people agreed with me that it has like Cult of the Lamb vibes. So since Cult of the Lamb got an Apple port, I restarted my file. So I got my first follower this morning, and we're going to check him out. And we're going to actually crochet a plushie of him to commemorate his baptism into the cult, if that's what you want to call it. Okay. I really like my first one that I got this time. He's really cute. I don't know about you guys. If you guys play Cult of the Lamb, you can shuffle their features once you bring them into the cult. I don't do that because I like the randomness. It's kind of like Animal Crossing where you get the little guys that come to your island. I want them to look like what they look like. I just like the random stuff. So I'm going to show you my guy. Hang on one sec. There he is. That's him when he was first born into the cult. Okay. And here he is working very hard. He's a great guy. All right, we've got our yarn. So, using this Walmart cotton. And this is actually Walmart cotton too. I decided to just go cotton on cotton. I don't know why. Have you guys ever noticed that white acrylic yarn is like the thinnest piece of string? These two are the same weight. I'm going to use these. So, let's get started. Okay, a little update. This is where we're at. This would be the top, right? So what I was thinking is make a chain down the middle and then increase in like an elongated round. And then once it gets to the size I want, I would just go down and make the head shape. But I think it's getting wider before it's getting as long as I want. So here, let me see if you guys can see this better. I did a chain down the middle, worked in the back bumps, and then I just been increasing in the round. But I think I want to start over. I only did 5 chains in the middle. I think I'm going to frog it out and do 10. So, fun little frog. There you go. Unravel all my hard work. Okay. So yeah, we're going to start over. Okay, this is more like it. Ka-cha! So this is going to be the top of the head, and now we're just going to go down. It's going to be kind of like a mitten, the way it's going to be shaped. Just imagine if you put just this way. Okay guys, I just realized mistakes were made. This is great. I like how it's turning out. This is exactly what I wanted, but if we recall, he has spots. So I mean, I could probably start the spots now, and it's not going to be an identical to my character, but should I? Let me to the sketchbook. Alright, so let's sketch him out. We're going to do a square for the head. I'm going to be sewing the nose on. Ears and horns are sewn on. If I'm going to do it tapestry style, I think I've already gone too far down to get that circle dot on his forehead. So we'll frog it back. So yeah, I'm going to take out maybe like 2 rows because I need to do that the brown spot. It was kind of high up, as you saw in this thing. So it would have started like somewhere here. So it's okay. We don't have to go back too far, but we're going to now incorporate the... I just remembered that I'm not doing these like... It doesn't matter. The amigurumi stitches are so much more clean looking, I guess. But it doesn't matter. Okay, but we're going to do the spots kind of like how you work tapestries, you know. I'll show you. Okay guys, I'm adding in the brown spots, but I've noticed something. So I've never done a tapestry crochet in the round, but it does make it a little hard to, the yarn doesn't get change directions and come back around where you need it when you're doing it in the round. It's always on the side where you're ending off. So when you come back around, you have to, just trust me, okay? So I think I'm gonna take this out about 4 rows back, and what I'm gonna start doing is chain and turn every time I go around instead of just going in a continuous round. Yeah, and I also made the circle a little too big in proportion to his head. So now that I actually know how many stitches this is gonna be, I can make a little grid in Procreate and color in, so I know how many. I don't know why I'm trying to freehand this. I think I'm a crochet wizard. I'm just gonna make a little chart on Procreate for where these spots are gonna go. Easy peasy. So I kind of plotted the spots out how I wanted them based on the size that I had made the head. And this is kind of what I came with, just to, I don't know, give myself some sort of guidance. Hi everyone, it's the next day. So a little update. I finished the head. And what I actually did was I cross-stitched the brown spots on. I've been just seeing people do that with cross-stitch over crochet, and I wanted to try it. And the way this white yarn is, the stitch definition is so good, I finally decided to try it. Oh, go this way. So yeah, the brown spots are cross-stitched on, and I think it looks really cool. Next, I'm gonna add the snout on the side, and then we'll do the details of the face, because I want to embroider or cross stitch on what I'm going to before I stuff it, and then we'll move on to the body. Okay, this is editor Chelsea. I have these headphones on my head because I was jamming out while I was making this. Little did I know that they were gonna be the mic for this part of the video, so you can't hardly hear me, but I'm trying to tell you that I sewed the nose on, yeah, and I'm cool, and I love you guys, and yeah, I hope you want to be best friends, and I hope you like that. I think I was trying to say something about making maybe the arms. I don't know, guys, but this is the part where I show you the snout. So this is where we're at. I was trying to do embroidery for the eyes, but I actually ended up not liking it. But this looks way cooler, guys. Look at these that I made out of felt. And these are just like the ones in the game. So I'm gonna glue those on here. I also made him a variety of different smiles. We just have to see which one looks best out of scraps of felt from cutting those things out. I know one of these is gonna look good, I just know it. And I made him's little ears. Okay. I think he's supposed to be like a goat or a cow. And his little horns. So tonight we're gonna sew these parts on, we're gonna glue the eyes on, we're gonna stuff the head, and we're gonna sew it shut, and we're gonna be done with the head portion, finally. Are y'all ready for this?
Tucker's same way. Don't you think all this and that, we lose money. We lose subscribers, we lose money. The only people that are making money, more money than they were last year, are the people that are all in on. The Jews did it, Trump's bought by.
Hi everyone. The head is done. Very proud of it, I love it. It came out so cute. Now it's time to make the tunic, the dress, the outfit, whatever you want to call it. It's like a little red tunic. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to make a chain, connect it, and in the round I'm going to go up. When I get to the spot where the arms would go, I'm going to stop going in the round, start going back and forth, and then I'm going to put the sleeves on by connecting the yarn to those holes and crocheting outward. That's the plan, so stay tuned. All right, so we are officially joined in the round here, and I'm just gonna keep on going up until we get to the desired length. The outfit's about as wide as his head in the picture, a little bit less wide, but he also has arms and sleeves, and there's a little emblem in the chest of his outfit. So we're gonna figure all that out as we go, but for now, we're making his little tunic. I could get cute for every part of this, but I'm not gonna set an unreasonable standard for you guys. This is what I look like. Sue me! Okay. Anyway, I think we're getting to about the length that I want here, because he's just a little guy. So what I'm gonna do now is start going, not in the round anymore, but start going just from side to side up and leaving 2 little holes on the side for the sleeves. That's what I'm thinking. We're gonna see if it works. I've literally never done this before, guys, so let's just see what happens. I have his wee little jumper. Look at it. Ah! Okay. Things went as planned without a hitch. Now I'm going to crochet little sleeves by just going in the round. I'm hoping. So, and we're gonna figure out, I didn't really think about the fact that if I stuff this, it's gonna be kind of round. I want it to be just like his head. So what I think I'm gonna do is make a little oval bottom for this and then sew it in and then stuff it so it stays like this. What do we think? What do we think? I'm so excited. Okay, I got sleeve number 1 done, and I think it turned out pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and do the sleeve number 2 and we'll be back. All right, update. We have the sweater. He has his little sleeves. And then I have this that I'm sewing onto the bottom to make it stay in that shape. And then we got to make some hands and feet. But look. It's all coming together. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the day of days I give you for your viewing pleasure. Here comes the boy. I am so pleased. Guys, he's turned out so cute. Don't just ignore that little unweaved in end there. I did it. Like, this is my first plushie challenge. Ignore all this crap back over here. It's laundry day. This is the first plushie challenge I've ever done. I'm not a big amigurumi girl, but I love Cold to the Lamb. I had to, guys. I love her. I love him. I don't know the gender. What's your gender, bud? This has been such a great experience. I'm so inspired. I think the next thing that I'm gonna do is a Cult of the Lamb inspired poncho, and I'm working on designing it as we speak. I'm doing 1 video a week, guys. This is where I got in a week, and I don't think it would have took me so long if it was more of a mindless pattern. I mean, there was a lot of things that went into this. I had to make the ears, the horns, cross stitching on the patterns, you know, making the arms and the body. I think when I'm doing like my poncho design that I'm gonna come up with for the Cult of the Lamb poncho, it won't take me quite as long. This just took a lot of concentration. Plus, since he's so little, I didn't just want to crank it out in 1 day and not film the process. So this is my second YouTube video ever. If the process is a little, just love me. That's all I'm asking, guys. Just love me, okay? I will see you guys next Friday. I have a Michael's order coming with the yarn for our poncho, And I have 2 ponchos planned. One is going to be Cult of the Lamb. You can thank Astronaughty for the poncho craze, okay? She's put out some bangers this year. I'm just saying, it's got me into a whole poncho addict. But I got a Cult of the Lamb poncho coming. And then I have another, it might be a poncho, it might be a jacket, it might be a sweater, I don't know. But the idea for my video is crocheting the ultimate outerwear. Well, we'll call it that. Because I've made a lot of things in a lot of colors that I loved the color, but I just don't wear it because I like black, I like darker colors, I even like tie-dye stuff, but I don't love like pastels, and I'm attracted visually to pastel yarns. I'm attracted visually to a lot of greens and purples. I just don't like to wear a lot of greens and purples, so I've been telling myself, order yarns for yourself that you would wear. Anyway, all that's coming. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. And I'll see you next week. Baby!